factory towns to ghost towns, how free trade gutted American jobs. They told us free trade would build bridges. Instead, it built ghost towns. This is the real story behind the death of American manufacturing. Welcome to Think Again, where we challenge the headlines, crush the spin, and dig deeper than the media dares to go. This isn't just economics. It's the story of how American manufacturing collapsed. It's the reason your uncle lost his job. Why are your town's factories boarded up? Why Made in USA now feels like a relic? And today we're exposing how it all happened, backed by data, policy, and cold, hard facts. The fall of the American factory worker. Let's start with the numbers. In 1979, the U.S. had over 19 million manufacturing jobs. Today, we're down to just over 12 million. That's 7 million jobs gone. The backbone of the middle class, erased in less than a generation. And it's not because Americans got lazy. It's because of globalization, outsourcing, and trade policies that favored corporate profits over national strength. Cue NAFTA. In 1994, the North American Free Trade Agreement was sold to us as a win-win. Lower prices, more growth, global cooperation. But between 1994 and 2004, the U.S. lost over 1 million jobs directly to NAFTA, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Factory towns in Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, gutted. China, the WTO, and the New World Order. Then came the big one. China's entry into the World Trade Organization in 2001. Suddenly, U.S. companies could produce goods overseas for pennies on the dollar. What followed is known as the China shock. A 2020 Yale study found that nearly 2.4 million American jobs were lost to China between 2001 and 2018. Not just low-skilled jobs, but machinists, engineers, tool makers, precision welders, entire industries wiped out. Meanwhile, CEOs got rich, stocks soared, and the working class left behind. The U.S. trade deficit with China ballooned to over $300 billion annually, the largest in history. Between 2000 and 2010, more than 60,000 U.S. factories closed. That's over 15 per day, every day for a decade. The rise of Ghost Town America. This wasn't just economic policy, it was a cultural transformation. Drive through once thriving towns like Flint, Michigan, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, or Rockford, Illinois. You'll see boarded up shops, abandoned mills, food lines, and fentanyl overdoses. In 1980, the average factory worker could support a family of 4 on a single income. In 2024, that's a fairy tale. The American dream didn't just die, it was outsourced. These weren't just jobs, they were identities. They were union halls, bowling leagues, stable retirements. They were what built the American middle class. When those jobs left, so did the tax base. Schools crumbled, hospitals shut down, crime spiked. The social fabric unraveled. And now, entire regions are stuck in a cycle of poverty, addiction, and despair. Who's to blame? Let's name names. Bill Clinton signed NAFTA and pushed for China's WTO entry. George W. Bush doubled down on global trade deals. Obama paid lip service to reshoring while offshoring continued. Trump talked tough on China, but still saw record deficits. Biden pushes for the CHIPS Act, but the supply chains are still in Beijing's hands. Every president for the past 30 years played a part. This was bipartisan betrayal, sold to the public as progress. Wall Street loved it. The working class? Sacrificed. A Princeton study showed that U.S. counties hardest hit by trade shocks saw the biggest rise in suicides and opioid deaths. So let's be crystal clear. This wasn't just economic policy, it was social engineering. Can we bring manufacturing back? The buzzword is reshoring, bringing jobs back to America. But let's be real. You can't just flip a switch and rebuild decades of infrastructure, supply chains, and skilled labor. The U.S. now produces just 10% of the world's semiconductors compared to 37% in 1990. In 2021, Congress passed the CHIPS Act to fix that. But the factories take years to build, and the talent is gone. So what's the path forward? Tax credits for U.S. companies that manufacture onshore. Tariffs on foreign goods that undercut fair labor and environmental standards. Massive investment in vocational training. Welders, machinists, tool and die experts. Public awareness that buying American isn't just patriotic, it's survival. We need a national mission, the kind that built the interstate highway system, won World War II, because if we don't reclaim our industrial base, we lose our independence. So next time someone says we don't make anything in America anymore, tell them we used to, and we still can. But only if we stop pretending this was an accident. Because it wasn't. This was designed. And now it's time to fight back. Let's keep this conversation going. Conversation means action.